We're back again, folks. Apologize for that. We keep losing our signal here in this rink. We're on a different rink this time. You did miss a penalty, though. I believe Nicholas is in the box. I didn't see what the call was for, but it is going to be a 2-minute power play here for the Fuel. As the puck's pinned up here by McLeod. McLeod behind the Indy net, 1-on-3, and Indy finally comes away with it. Indy trying to make something happen on this power play. Their 500th today. Center there, and it's going to be covered up there by Belay. Centering pass hit a skate, not sure whose, but it kicked itself all the way back to the glove of Gabe Belay. And he was able to cover up. 1:12 left on the power play for the Fuel. Comes out to the blue line, back down low in the corner, back out to the blue line. All the way across ice. And a shot hits a body out in front there by Alpern. He loses it off his stick. There's number 8 for the Indy. Tries to spin-a-rama pass to nobody. Lehman's got it. Lehman chips it. It does get out. Good job by C.J. Lehman. One-time attempt there, never left the ice. The crowd for Fuel thought it was a great shot. I thought it was terrible as it was easily blocked. Puck makes its way back up into the netting. We're going to have a stoppage. What's that? Well, that'll tell you something.
I think that the one ref.
All right, so we're getting confirmation from Lisa Huffman that one of these refs is the kid's dad for an Indy Fuel player. Either way, here comes Booth. Booth with it down the left side. Booth cuts it right around, tried to take it to the net, and got hung up there. Bassan trying to get a little gritty here and get some checking done. And 23 takes a shot. Stick save, and the goaltender's down. And the whistle blows. Looked like a little bit of a melee in front there. We got 3 seconds left on the power play for the Fuel. Face-off one back by Huffman to Crawford. Back to Huffman. Huffman tried to get it out, could not do so. We are back to full-strength hockey, 5-on-5. 45 seconds left here in the second period. 1-1 tie. As the the puck is pinned up against the boards there by 4 players, 2 from each team. And there it comes out of midair. There's Virgil. Huffman. He's got a pin. 20 seconds left. Finally it breaks free. Chapsky was going to light somebody up and then decided better not to. And we have 7 seconds left. 1 second left, and that is going to run out the period here with a 1-1 tie. So Sylvania does get one here to tie it up, but a very lopsided game, and as far as the teeter-totter goes, as Sylvania's been in the box a handful, if not more, times on some questionable calls. So here we go. We'll start the third period here in a few minutes. Be right back. And here we are back to the fuel tank here in Indy. Fishers, Indiana, to be exact, as we're waiting for the start of the third period here. And there's the puck drop. Face-off taken by Indy. Up to the red line there and chipped in to Ludwig. Ludwig up to Bisson. Bisson got it out of the zone, but it's been ping-ponged back around. And Booth dumps it deep. There's the fuel, dumps it deep. And Ludwig's going to come away with it. Booth's waiting for it to wrap around. Does so. Ludwig missed the pass entirely, so the Indy Fuel are going to come with it, and they lose it. Here comes Bisson. Bisson chips it up to Brendan Booth. Brendan Booth gains the blue line. Cuts across. Tried to make a move to cut back. Loses it. Booth's centering pass was a good one, but nobody could do anything with it. Here's Alpern. Alpern. And we got a goal from Sam Alpern. I don't know if it hit anybody in front, but it was shot from the point by Sam Alpern. It had to have redirected. It looked like it was redirected, but if not, good for 22. Sam Alpern with the goal from the point. If it hit somebody, I bet it hit somebody in red. Something tells me. So we got a 2-1 score here. Slovenia on top. And here we go. Back to the action here. As the puck is back behind Boulay in net. And it makes its way all the way down to the Indy zone and then back to center ice and now back into the Slovenia zone. Nice poke check there by Alpern. Alpern. A little bit of energy there after the goal. Stick lifted and taken there by Huffman. Tried to wrap it around to Egan. Egan was coming down to help out in the slot. There's the shot from the point. That is double wide. And there's the puck, comes out to Egan. Egan's looking to do something with it. He jips it in and gets a change. And pass nearly intercepted there, McLeod. It doesn't make its way all the way down where Ludwig corrals it in the corner. Does a little dipsy-do, takes it right out in front of his own net dangerously. Comes back around. He's putting on that stick handling clinic that he did in the first game again. Chapsky now with it. Chapsky makes a spinorama move on his guy, taking it up the ice. And we're going to have a slash here. We're going to have a slashing call here against the Fuel. You can't miss that one when Chapsky's going down the ice shaking his hand like, ow, that hurt. One point or another, you got to call the obvious ones. So let's see if the North Stars can capitalize on this opportunity here. As it'll be Ollie McLeod taking the faceoff. He had it won, it hit his skate and bounced back to the Indy side, but Bassan skates through and comes away with it. Here's Crawford with a quick shot. That puck was sailing and almost knocked out of midair. Back to Crawford again. He's going to take another shot. No traffic this time. Puck sitting there for Bassan. Bassan's got it down low. Sends it back out to Chapsky. Chapsky with a shot that sails wide. Crawford down low with it. Goes down even lower for McLeod. Back to Crawford. Crawford does a little flip pass, tries to get it to Bassan, does so. Bassan looking for something to do, sends it cross ice, but it's knocked down out of midair. There's another quick play by Booth. Brennan Booth tried to get it right out in front, but the Indy player picked it up, ran with it. Either way, back to Sylvania. Crawford out to Chapsky. Chapsky, quick shot, redirected, but a little bit too much by Booth as he redirected it wide. Here's McLeod. McLeod comes back out in front of the net. Puck is still rolling around. Where the Fuel tried to clear it off the glass. No luck. Bassan on the near side. Bassan takes a quick shot. Couple of shots as Booth got one off. 42 seconds left here on the power play as we get a whistle as the goaltender Lee covers up. Sylvania's going to send out Huffman, Lehman, Egan, and Burton Ludwig. Quick shot there by Huffman off the scrambled faceoff. Glove down by Lee. See if Huffman can win this back. Huffman, again, loses it in his skates. And the Indy Fuel are able to clear. It's almost as if Huffman is winning the faceoff, but he's hitting it against his own skate as he's doing a spin move instead of dropping it straight back. So here we go. Lehman over to Huffman. Off Huffman's skate, off Burton. Puck is now out of the zone. Sylvania can't touch it, as Indy will send it down. Goulet makes the save and gives it to Egan. Power play is now over for the North Stars. Noah tried to dump it deep. Egan tried to dump it deep, and he made his line change. Gave it right to the Indy Fuel player, who sends it the length of the ice for an icing. Puck is dropped here, and Clow was sitting there front and center trying to get a stick on it. There's another shot that's kicked aside. And we got a player down here, McLeod, for Sylvania. He's trying to limp himself up. Meanwhile, a face mask for 23 on Indy Fuel. His face mask was falling off somehow. Either way, Alpern sends it in and gives it to Bassan. Bassan tries another bad angle shot, but it almost snuck through as there was a small window there. Booth is going to get it out to the point, gives it to Poppy. Poppy takes a quick shot. It was almost redirected there by Virgil Huffman right in front of the goaltender, but couldn't quite get a stick on it. Lee makes the save. .11:33 here to go in the third period. Sylvania on top 2-1. Huffman gave it to Nicholas. Nicholas out of the box. Again. Hopefully we keep him free and clear from there. Here's Crawford. Sent a shot in there. Didn't have much on it, but it's hard to see. So another one just like it. And glove down by Lee. Face-off won by Indy. They tried to wrap it up and around the boards and out, but held in nicely there by Crawford. On the backside is Nicholas. Nicholas tried to feed it to Burton in front. Couldn't do so. He does. Burton fed it in front. But nobody home. Chapsky's got to be a little bit careful as he's coming up high with those elbows. He didn't make contact, but I could see the eyes of the referee just waiting to make that call. Here's the Fuel. There's the puck right there out in front. Nobody seems to want it. Comes all the way back out to the point. And a shot. It's lost again at the feet. These are the kind that end up finding their way in if you don't corral it. Finally, Huffman's going to send it down, and goaltender almost had to play it, but he didn't. So, good decision there by Huffman to settle things down as things were getting a little squirrely there in front of Boulet. Boulet. Great hockey name. So we have the line of Egan, McLeod, and Lehman. Poppy and Ludwig. Good to see McLeod back on the ice. Here comes Egan on a one-on-one. Egan getting wrapped around from the backside. Fed it over to McLeod. McLeod takes it. Tried to center it. Does so off the pad of Lee. All the way out to the point. Off the pad of number 8 in red. Gives it to Egan. Egan tried a backhanded pass. Does so. It got all the way through the crease with nobody touching it. Here's a long stretch pass to Johnson, number 8 in red. Ludwig plays him nicely. Rubs him off into the boards. There's a puck just sitting there. Here comes a McLeod looking to get it out of the zone and does so. No icing as it was deflected there by number 11 for Indy. Sylvania went for the wholesale change, does so, and Booth almost came away with a breakaway there as he had knocked the puck off of his man's stick, but it got hung up in the same person's skates. So anyways, here comes the Booth anyways. We got Bassan and Huffman 2-on-1 if they hurry. Back over to Bassan, and that's going in, top shelf. That went from Bassan to Huffman and back to Bassan at the very last minute. Lee tried to slide over, did so, but I think it might have either ramped up off his stick and over his shoulder or right over his shoulder. Couldn't tell from this angle. Either way, it's a goal, and we'll take it. 3-1, Sylvania. Got to take advantage of those breakaways when you have them, and Sylvania did. Had one earlier that they probably felt they could have, should have, would have scored. So 8:55 left in the third period, 3-1 Sylvania. Another face-off win for Indy, but it was intercepted by Booth. He dumps it deep here where Virgil Huffman skates in and has it up against the boards. Nobody's moving as Sylvania would be in their best interest to let them just sit there. Indy wants that puck out and moving. Crawford on the back check there, gets it all the way out to center ice. And we're going to have an offsides here. Taking the face off here to center ice. 3-1 Sylvania. Who are they with? Okay. Okay. He's very passionate. Maybe he's sitting on the right side because they don't want him here. Either way, Burton brings the puck in and across the blue line, takes a quick shot, and almost caught the Lee up in the chin there, but he got his glove up at the last second. And maybe they kicked him out. He said, go sit over there. We don't want you yelling and screaming at us anymore. Talking about a gentleman sitting right down in front of us. We're not sure who he's cheering for or against, but he's very animate. He could be one of the ref stats. Yes, you are right. You can get a job as my color commentator. You got some good one-liners here, Lisa. Here we go. Back to hockey. Here comes Johnson down the left side. Tried a centering pass. Poppy tied up his man. Did not let him get to the puck, but Indy still has it. McLeod with it now. McLeod breaking out of the zone. Gets it to the red line. Burton streaking down the middle of the ice. McLeod hits the brakes. Tried to give it to Poppy. Ooh, and one that hit the outside of the post. Another one that came through. Here's Poppy right there. Oh, and he did a spinorama shot, but a couple feet wide. It's going to be on net. There will be no icing. Ludwig with it. Ludwig turns, has nobody in front of him. Nobody to pass to either except for the guy in red right down the middle of the ice. Luckily, he's got guys behind him. And right there to Donovan. Donovan drops it down to number 18. He gets it out to the point here. Looks like Coates is going to take a quick shot. It was deflected, redirected by number 41 in red, but save made there by Boulay. Out to the point. To the point. Sends it down into the corner where Ludwig has it. Ludwig tried to wrap it around. Didn't get anything on it. And there's Lehman. Lehman up to Huffman. Huffman had a step on his man, and we're going to get a whistle here by Boulay. As he gloves it out of midair from a point shot from Indy. 6:31 left in the third period, 3-1 Sylvania. Hey, a face-off win there by Sylvania. Wrapped around the boards there from Alpern. Tried to get it to Brendan Booth. Could not, but it does come down to McLeod. McLeod up to Bassan. Bassan up to Booth. Booth one-on-one here with his man. Tries to go around him. Knocks his guy down hard. Booth is going to cycle it back down to Bassan. Bassan's going to take it up to the boards. Gives it back to Booth. Booth goes down behind the net. And he's pinned it up there, running some time off the clock. Nope. Bassan came away with the puck, turned around, and had somebody right in his face. No whistle yet, and there it is. 5:54 in the third. Face off here now, controlled by the Fuel. Fuel trying Trying to get it out. Crawford with a nice hold at the blue line, but gave it right back to him. Comes down to Huffman. Huffman out of midair. Tried to chip it to himself, but chipped it to the Fuel. Fuel bringing it back into the zone here. Alpern sends it up to Poppy. Poppy tried to chip it past his man, couldn't do so. Still not out. Back to Alpern. Alpern over to Crawford. Crawford should be able to get this one out, does so, gets it up to Burton. Burton turns around, sends a sissy shot up there as I'll make fun of him. Crawford now with it. Ooh, Crawford had a nice shot there. Got it past Burton. Burton was his screen. The goaltender there, he gloved it out of midair. Burton and Lee having a few words there. Probably about the strength of Burton's last shot. Sorry, Mikey. Had to pick on you a little bit. Comes all the way back down into the Sylvania zone. Ludwig tried to get it out twice. Does so finally. The puck comes back into the possession of Indy. McLeod with it. Makes a move across the center of the ice. Cuts through between two men. Egan tried to get to it. He couldn't do it. Now finally knocks it down. Tried to send it up to McLeod, who had a 2-on-1 with C.J. Lehman on the backside. Couldn't do so. Sylvania's got to be a little bit on their back check here. Got to be coming in a little bit on the back check. We got a 2-goal lead. Ollie hits the brakes here. We're going to have no icing on this one as Egan batted it out of midair. Fuel tried to take advantage of that and skate the length of the ice. No luck. Crawford tried to get it into the zone. Couldn't do so. Comes all the way back to Alpern. Alpern in his own zone behind his own net. Hits the brakes, redirects the whole play back to where he was. Crawford fighting for it. Huffman now. All kinds of white jerseys in there. Here comes Booth. Booth streaking down the side, hits the brakes, looks for reinforcements. Oh, and he had Huffman sitting there in the slot, and he just whiffed on that pass. That's like frying bacon with your shirt off. You don't want to do that. Puck is coming dangerously close to the crease, does so there, and finally broken free by Huffman. Huffman has a 2-on-1. If he sprints here, he's just going to wind up, take a quick shot. Pad save made by Lee. Comes out to Bassan. Bassan's doing a little razzle-dazzle dance in there through his legs and tries to take a shot there between the legs. Does so, but it hit the side of the net and smothered by Lee, the goaltender for the Fuel. We have 3:14 left in the third period. Face-off there taken by Sylvania. Got it over to Poppy. Poppy couldn't get it onto his forehand. But McLeod comes away with it. McLeod up to the point to Ludwig. Ludwig hits the brakes. Knocks it out of his own zone. That was fancy. Nice job, Tuck. Sounds like Tucker needs his skates sharpened. He's got a little bit of rumbling going on when he stops. Puck is still in the Indy zone. And looks like we're going to have a hook. It wouldn't be a period without a penalty called against the Sylvania North Stars, and it looks like they're going to take Mike Burton with a hook. Burton's pleading his case. And I can read his lips. And I can tell you that he's not praying right now. Either way, face-off taken there by Indy. On the power play, Indy in their own zone, looking to break out. Lehman pinches up the middle. Alpern tried to knock that one out of midair. Boulay plays it into the corner. Alpern now with it again. Alpern doubled up. Great job tying up his man Egan in front of the net as 18 was sitting right in the slot with a pass that came dangerously right in front of Belay. Alpern comes all the way back with it. It's gloved down by number 6 in red. And Crawford came right to his stick, and he was able to knock it out of the zone. Indy is taking their sweet time that they don't have here. 1 minute left in the power play, 1:35 left in the third period. Here's 62, Donovan. We said his name a lot in the beginning of the first game. Oh, and he just rang the outside of the post and got his own rebound. Sends it up to the top of the point there. Another shot taken there by number 6 in red. Chapsky defends his man. Donovan tried to lift one up and over the shoulder. That's going to come all the way back out to the blue line and out. Trying to figure out why they haven't pulled their goaltender, but we're going to have an offsides either way. So that'll stop the play and give Sylvania an opportunity to change up anybody that needs new legs. .108 left in the third period, 35 seconds left in the power play. Fuel control the faceoff there, Johnson. Nifty move through the legs of Ludwig. Ludwig's going to pin him up. McLeod's going to go back and try to take care of business with Ludwig. Ludwig just sends it up to the point. Point down to number 62 in red. Back behind the net, tries to give and go. There's a give, no go. McLeod intercepted the pass, but it came right back to the stick, and that's going to go in. A bar down goal by number 62, Donovan, with 9 seconds left in the power play to make it 3-2. Sylvania got caught sleeping, leaving guys open in front of the net, and it burned them right there. 42 and a half seconds left. Looks like Indy's going to call a timeout and draw something up here. Looks like they're pulling their goalie. Goalie's going to be on the bench. See what Sylvania can come out and do. Empty net here for Indy Fuel as the puck drops here in the 38-second left mark of the third period. Crawford sent it on goal, and it is going to make its way all the way down and in. So I believe Crawford sent that down. He was just trying to clear the puck. Would have been an icing. But the Indy Fuel player knocked it out of midair. Would have been a high sticking call if he would have caught up to it, but he didn't catch up to it before it made its way past the goal line. It is now 4-2. That is the luck that Sylvania needed here to finish out this game. So the goaltender's back in for Indy. Not sure why, doesn't matter. It should be. Alpern's going to zip it around, hits 3 different stanchions of the boards. Son had it at his feet and lost it. Here's Crawford again. Crawford looking for another one. 7 seconds left on the game clock. Makes its way all the way down where the time will run out. It's going to be a 4-2 win here for Sylvania. And that was probably a harder fought game than they needed, as they had a lot of things going against them, but either way, they come away with the win. And so we will see you tomorrow, 10:30, here again at the Fuel Tank in Fishers, Indiana. Signing off for the evening. Have a good night.